Hi, this is Bethany Gagne, the originator of the Albany Peace Project, and today I'm here with Mary Sise, who's a licensed social worker and has a private practice in Latham, New York. But what's really neat about Mary's work that so many people in the area have been touched by is the fact that she combines psychotherapy with energy work. And Mary, can you explain to people what that means exactly?
Kind of. Well, the bottom line is we're all energy, okay, but we think we're solid. And so even every thought you have is energy. Everything is energy. If we look at you under an electron microscope, you're not solid at all.
Right.
It's energy. It's energy. So I went to school, I learned traditional psychotherapy, and then I kind of stumbled into this energy field of thought and how you could use the energy systems of the body for psychological problems. So, for example, in Chinese medicine, they use the meridian system and they needle it, and the Chinese also have different meridians that go with different emotions. And so I learned that you could tap on those meridian points at the same time you were anxious about something, or if you'd had a trauma. That was really what got me into this, because I had a lot of trauma people. And talking about their trauma only made them worse. We didn't really know why back then. This was in the 90s. So we didn't know why it made them worse. We just knew they were getting worse. And, you know, that's why common wisdom used to be just forget about it, forget about it. But we knew that didn't work because the body would hold it. So I stumbled into this field where we were tapping on meridians and doing some movement with the eyes that seemed to process the trauma. And my people were getting better.
Nice.
And so that's how I kind of fell into it. I didn't know how it worked. I mean, frankly, if you looked at me, I really, energy, you know, it's really not my thing. But it was working. I'm very pragmatic.
Right.
It was working. My clients were getting better. And so I went and learned what this was about and then brought it back to Albany in the 90s.
Nice.
And I've been using it ever since with amazing success.
Amazing results. And you've written a book, The Energetics of Belief, is that correct?
Yeah. Mostly what I was using it for was trauma and PTSD, or, you know, anxiety. People would panic, or you'd be in a car accident, then you couldn't drive your car anymore, or just those kinds of things. And then we figured that if you took a belief that you got, and most of our beliefs, by the way, are formed under the age of 7. So it kind of means you're kind of like really messed up depending on who you live with, you know, your siblings especially. And so we took these beliefs and we learned, what we did was put it together with the tapping, and we released the energy that was in this belief, like shame or unworthiness or like fear, I can't do that, or I'm stupid, or whatever you got told as a little kid. Release that, and then we were able to program in the belief you wished you had. Like if you were raised by some really nice family somewhere. I don't know where that is in the U.S., but I think somewhere there's one. Somewhere there's one that's really safe. Instead of your siblings and your mother and father, who nobody told them either, so you can't even blame them.
Absolutely.
So, and we found that you could take a negative belief and release the energy that's stored in it and program in something more to your like I am okay, or I am a powerful creator, or whatever you wish somebody told you as a little girl. Life is abundant. Like your beliefs about money, your beliefs about whether you're fat, your beliefs about whether you're stupid, whatever. And you could shift them. And that's what the book's about. So then we wrote a book on it.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
So, and that's where you specialize in your work. So you must have seen people make some pretty profound changes once they learned how to move them.
Huge. And the other neat thing about, of course, energy work is it's fast.
Yeah.
And I get impatient. I'm not really very patient. But so for me, you know, people could shift really fast, and more importantly, they got their lives back.
So
you know,
true.
The truth of who you really are, not the stuff that people told you were, or anything that's happened to you.
Right.
So people really got their lives back, and they were lighter, and so they would leave my office, and their light, it would change. Right. It's almost like magic.
Right.
But it's not really magic. It's energy. If you know anything about energy, and there's certain laws with energy. For example, there's the law of, a lot of people have heard the law of attraction, the law of resonance. So when you put out the energy of I'm unworthy, by law of resonance, you bring to you people who prove it to you. You know, you really are stupid, you're unworthy, you don't deserve a raise, you don't deserve anything. And so then when that would change for people, then like magically, they'd all of a sudden get this job that was paying them 3 times as much or whatever. And so their outer life mirrored what was coming from that. And so it's fun.
And that's why I'm so grateful that you're here today to lead us in a wonderful meditation to help us all shift our vibration to attract more peace in our lives and to invite the city of Albany to be inviting more peace in their lives as well. So we're going to lead into that now.
Right. And it says, it's the same as Gandhi said, in order to have peace, you have to be the peace. You have to be the peace in the world. But we don't resonate as peace even within ourselves.
Right.
You have part of you that wants this, you have part of you that's warring and wants that.
Right.
And then there's other part that says you don't deserve any of it. So it's like we don't have peace within ourselves. So it's very hard to put it out.
Yes.
And the tricky thing about energy is you can't fool it. It's not like, it's like...
Right, it's so true.
Yeah.
Right.
Energy laws you can't fool. It's like gravity.
Yeah.
You jump off the building, it doesn't matter what your outfit is or how much money's in your bank account, you're going down.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't matter. The same with energy. You put it out, unworthiness. You put out anger.
Right.
You put out rage. You put out jealousy.
Yeah.
That's what's coming back at you. That's law.
Right.
And once we know the laws, and then the good news is we can change what we put out.
Right.
So that we can put something else out and then create a different future, not just for ourselves, but for all around us, for everybody we interact with.
Isn't that wonderful? And so that's what Mary's going to lead us in now about increasing the peace in Albany by 15% and using some of these energy skills. So thank you, Mary, so much for...
It's great to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right.